Hi, my name is David, and I'm going to walk you through how I solved the CSWP practice problem 11.7. Now for this practice problem, I didn't quite get the answer key's answer. However, I believe my steps match the specifications, and my answer is well within the 1% of the answer key. So let's jump in and start putting this model together. We're going to start in the right plane with this kind of shape right here. So let's head over there. Oops. All right. So to start, I'm going to create a construction rectangle with dimensions 40 and 200. And I'll hit Alt-C to make it into a construction rectangle. And this will give the basic bounds for this region. So it's 40 high and 200 long. And then we'll just start working around and building that contour. So we'll go in the line tool. We'll go up 25, right 100, and then from here it's 60 in, and then I can finish this off here. Okay, so we're still fully defined. We can draw this side, and then actually I'm going to start from this side over here, because a lot of the dimensions like 50, 10, 37, these are all given to us. And then it'll be 10 back here, and then over 25, and then back here. I'm actually just going to type in the 10, and then 38, back to this line, and back over here. So we're fully defined. We can extrude 100 millimeters. And there's the main body now. So we have two main parts to add to that. One is this guy right here, and the other is this guy right here. So I'll start with a simpler one, this tombstone shape. And so what we want is a plane that is 165 degrees from this top surface here. So from this surface, 165 degrees. So I'll select the face and go to plane, and then I'm going to select this line to sort of rotate that plane about the line. Now it's automatically making it perpendicular, but we want to rotate it 165 degrees. But we kind of want it over on the other side here. If I do flip offset, that's not going to do exactly what I want to do. But if I put plus 180 degrees, that'll rotate it all the way over to here, and that's what we want. Okay, so now we can draw in this plane, and it looks like it oriented it, so we're going to have to draw the tombstone this way. Okay, so we'll draw the tombstone shape out and in. Okay, looking good. And it looks like the dimensions are going to be 40 for this side, radius 20 for the arc, and it's going to be 15 from this edge here, 15. That slides it right over into place. Okay, and so now we're going to do an extrusion. Wrong direction, we want to go down, and we want to do up to next. But the first time I didn't notice this, but if you look at this view here, so if you look at this view here, let me just rotate a little bit, you can see that right now it's extruding perpendicular to that plane, so it's going this direction. But if you take a look at this view here, let me just zoom in. So if you look at this, it looks like it goes straight down rather than at an angle. So what we have to do is set up the direction, and we just want it to go vertical, basically. So see how that's going to extrude it vertically? Haven't really had to do this a lot with the CSWA practice problems, so This is kind of an interesting new extrusion, in my opinion. I guess another way you could do it is just extrude directly up and somehow slant cut it, but then it would be hard to make the sketch. So this is a good extrusion here. I'm going to go ahead and hide this plane so it's out of the way. And there's the basic tombstone. So now we're going to sketch on here, draw the circle. Let me wake up that center point. Draw the circle with diameter 14. And do a cut through all. There we go. And it does look like that cut is at an angle. It's perpendicular to that face, because when we're in this view here, which is at that angle, see this B view is going directly onto that tombstone face, and that's where all the dimensions were. It looks like the circle cut is going right through there. So it's not going, in other words, it's not going in the direction of one of these lines. Okay, and you can see that if you, if you go normal to this, you'll see that the circle cut goes right through it. Okay, so let's work on the second tombstone over here. So this guy right here. And for that, we need to have a plane that's 150 degrees from this top surface, from this surface here, 150 degrees from that plane to this plane that the tombstone is going to be drawn in. Okay, so we're going to select this face, select this line to rotate the face about, and it's going to be 150 degrees. Oops. And it looks like that's nailing it right there. 150 degrees, so we'll hit enter. We'll hit D and then green check. And then select the plane to draw in. I want to draw on the other side. So Control 8. And then we'll enter our line tool and start drawing this tombstone. So we'll go up, draw the arc, back down, and finish off the tombstone. Okay, now we do want this to be collinear to this edge. So we want to just attach it to the edge there. And we want the distance here to be 30. Okay, and let's see what else here. Oh, and we want this distance right here to be 50. Okay, great. So now the tombstone's fully defined. And now what we can do is draw the little cross shape. So we're going to draw a circle with diameter 25. So that's this circle right here that has all of these little arcs, these 4 arcs. So that's just one big circle. And then we're going to use centered rectangles for here and here. So center rectangle here, and we'll make it coincident to that edge. And then here, make it coincident to this edge. Okay, and the height of this guy is 10. And so is the width of this guy. Okay, so we're fully defined. It's a little bit sloppy, but you know, those cuts that we're going to make in a moment, they just need to be basically these rectangle cuts. And they're centered about this point, so I figured a center rectangle would be helpful. And we don't need to worry about the slopping over bit. All right, so now what we can do is make our main extrusion, which is going to be this contour here. And we want it to go up to next. And sometimes it doesn't quite get the up to next part, so let's see. We're not getting an up to next. Let's try fiddling around with it for a little bit. If up to next is not showing up, we can do up to body and then select the body. That'll also work. And if we hit enter, looks like that's good. If we go back into the boss extrude, up to next is now showing up as a possible option. So we can also click up to next. It's kind of strange that it didn't offer to us at the beginning. It seems to me to be a glitch in SolidWorks. All right, let's hide this plane. Don't really need it anymore. And let's go back into this sketch. And here we're going to cut. We're going to cut this region here, this one, and this one, and the stuff in the circle. Oops, and I forgot to say exactly how much we're going to cut it. Not a through all. We're going to do a blind cut 5 millimeters. So that cuts out that cross shape. So one last thing, which is to put the hole right here. And for this hole, it's a counterbore and symmetric. We've got hex head bolt. Hex bolt is closest to that option. And then M8, we'll just do normal fit and then through all. And for the position, we want to wake up the center of this circle and put it right there. I'll right click to place the hole. Okay, so looking pretty good. Let's check. So we have a volume of 746,947.1. 746,947.1. And if we look over here, we've got 747,166.2 cubic millimeters. So definitely off, but I believe the error ends up being about 0.0293%. So not too far off. And I think the steps look pretty good. But let me know if you see anything that I did wrong, or if you got the correct answer, or the answer at least that's stated in the answer key. Please let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll rework the video. All right, but I think this is pretty good for an answer for this problem. So I'll call the video here, and thanks so much for watching. Take care, and keep studying.